Everybody, we have an update on Tanzania. I'm actually going to share two different news. One is the old one and another one is just recently. And I've been trying to find the bottom line of this. So hopefully in the future we'll have somebody coming in and maybe share a little bit about this. But apparently Tanzania rolls out new $90 PAX tax. This is a very new news, and I just gotta go down, read for you guys, and then I'll explain a little bit. The Tanzanian government will introduce a new passenger facilitation fee under the VI tax code, which will apply to all international air passengers from November 1st. The fee will be $45 per passenger for one-way international journey into Tanzania and $90 for international return trips. Infants under 2 years old will be exempted. The fee will be collected at the point of sales and displayed separate on the ticket. Travelers will be given fully refunds in the event of trip cancellation and so on and so forth. All right. According to Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority, the fee will be used to support the installation of Advanced Passenger Information API and Electronics Border Control system for international passenger arriving at the airport in the country. The API system will forward passenger information to the state prior to the flight departure, enabling Tanzanian administration to decide on the admissibility of passenger prior to arrival. The introduction of API and passenger name record system will eventually be complemented by EBMC, including e-visa and travel authorization system for pre-arrival vetting and let's say, given the cost associated with implementation of this project, including but not limited to the cost of data processing system modernization and regulation compliance, including data privacy standards and cyber compliance, including data privacy standard and cyber security enhancement, reliance on government financial is costly and may not be sustainable. It is therefore proposed that funding shall be sourced from the international arrivals at the airport in the United Republic of Tanzania. The TCAA said its proposal for the fee on June 16th. All right, guys. So apparently there'll be addition of $90, and this one, I don't know if Tanzanians are excluded, Tanzanians who are going to travel internationally. But basically, according to this news, it shows that this price will be added to those international people who will be coming to Tanzania. Let me just say this, guys. I'll be very honest with you. First of all, this is a bad move. It's a bad move because this is basically addition of an extra cost to the international passengers who are going to come to Tanzania. I'm not going to address how this money is going to be used. I read it already, but it's a bad move. Because if you want to introduce your country, if you want to advertise your country, you have to make a conducive environment for international people to actually come in the country and freely experience your country. But if you're adding additional costs, what's going to happen is you're going to cut down a lot of people who basically wanted to come to Tanzania and visit the country. There's a lot of options in the continent. People can decide not to come to Tanzania to go to Kenya, or decide not to come to Tanzania to go to South Africa, or decide not to come to Tanzania to go to any other country in the continent, because there's so many options in the continent. That's the thing. If they cannot do safari here, they can do safari in Kenya or South Africa. You know that. If they cannot come to the beaches of Zanzibar, they can go to Comoros, they can go to Morocco, they can go to whatever, Madagascar, they can go to Seychelles, they can go to South Africa, they can go to Mombasa, they can go to any other part. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So Tanzania this year has done really good in tourism. It actually went ahead of Kenya and South Africa. In the continent, Tanzania became number one as a touristic destination. And we have to ask ourselves why we got into this place. Of course, one of the reasons I believe is because of the Lawyer Tour, the movie that, Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan, she actually made it and, because of that, a lot of people have been, attracted to come to Tanzania. That's one of the things, but also investment that has been done in tourism sector so far. The third thing, it is because of just the natural wonders of Tanzania. Everybody wants to go to Zanzibar, wants to go to Kilimanjaro, wants to see the Serengeti, wants to see different parts, different corners of Tanzania. It's naturally beautiful, and therefore it can be self-advertising, You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they want to come and to see. And so many other reasons that I don't mention here. Right? And also conducive environment, just the peaceful state of the country. What I say is, foreigners can actually come here and experience tourism freely and peacefully and just go back home. You know what I'm saying? Without worrying about anything. It's not the same compared to other countries that, they're not really stable. When you talk about peaceful, in the peace context and different kind of things, you know what I'm saying? But in Tanzania, it's a little bit different. Now, I think we are getting ahead of ourselves, introducing $90 extra. Only rich people can afford that. Not because it's too expensive, but if you introduce that, that means the price of the flight ticket is going to go high. And it's going to be a little bit difficult to come to Tanzania than to go to other different countries. It's going to be a little bit more expensive to come to Tanzania than other different countries. I understand the heart behind it because of all this system that they want to improve and everything. But I think there should be a budget within the country that can improve this system. But if foreigner comes to the country and feel like, I'm bringing this money to help this government to run, I think that is the different approach. Nobody will be willing to actually do that because they're just foreigners. They come to visit the country and they're moving ahead. And now they know that we have to pay $90 in order to support this government. No. They're not going to be willing to do that, to be honest. Most of the people, they'll just roll out and be like, you know what, I don't want to be part of this. There has to be a budget within the government that is going to implement conducive environment, conducive system for foreigners to come and to enjoy the country. But it should not be directly coming from them. And they know that it's coming from us. No. They don't love this country as much as Tanzanians do. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to support this country as much as, Tanzanians have to support themselves. I think we are supposed to support ourselves. We're supposed to create the system for people to feel freely welcomed to come. But with this initiative, it gives a different signal. All right, I came here the other day when Tanzanian, they say that, I think there's a certain kind of job that will be done only by Tanzanians and not by foreigners. I was here and I supported it. That I think is a good move because you have the first job of the government. You're supposed to protect and to provide for your citizen before anything else. If you fail to do that, then you cannot do to anybody else. I said kudos to that. But now with this move, I said, no, this is not the right move. Because it's going to draw away a lot of tourists. And we're not going to be able to earn the income from tourism sector. This year we've done wonders, we've done really good. But doing this is going to reduce the number. I don't have to be prophet to say that, but it's obvious that's what is going to happen. So I hope Tanzania, they consider this again. I hope Tanzania, they create a better and free and easy environment to attract tourists. Because once they come to the country, they'll basically pay for what they want to see. And that's one of the ways that we can generate income for the country. But if we add extra cost for their travel to Tanzania, it is not going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to start on November 1st. I hope you guys, advise each other and go back on the table and talk about this once again and actually change it. Because otherwise, we're going to see the fallout of tourism sector in Tanzania. Another thing that I want to share, this is a good news actually. Tanzania assembled 3 Skylater 600 aircraft locally in 2024. So in 2024, Tanzania assembled its first locally made aircraft, 3 Skylater 600 planes at Airplanes Africa Limited Morogoro facility. The ultra-light 2-seaters began operation after their maiden landing at Julius Nyerere Airport. Designed for business travel, the Sky Leader 600 offers affordable petrol-powered flights with low maintenance costs for the short trips across Tanzania and nearby countries. The project, supported by ZECH engineers, trained local technicians and created jobs, boosting Tanzanian presence in Africa airspace manufacturing. With plans to produce models like the Sky Leader 500 for agriculture, Tanzania is moving towards becoming a regional aviation hub. All right, guys, this something happened actually in 2004. And Tanzania made this Sky Leader 600 for the first time. It was made in Tanzania, Morogoro. Kudos to Tanzania, y'all. Kudos to this move. You can actually, guys, see these pictures, how, it was made and everything. And what I love is that the local people were trained to make this, were trained to do this. And that is the way, that is kind of news that we want to see in the continent. Our continent moving from depending of the Western countries and everything, but starting producing within the country. The good thing about this news is that these things, yes, they have been supported by the international, I think this is Chinese company, but it's not being done in China. It's been done in Tanzania. When you industrialize the country and you actually start making things from the country, you increase the economy of the country. If the industries are here, that means they're paying taxes. That means they're employing our people. That means all the facilities are being built in the country. And which is good, can provide employment, can provide revenue to the continent, and also the local people will be benefited from what is happening in the country. But if it has been done outside of the country, then it's really hard. First of all, you're not giving any income to the country. By the way, we pay extra money because we need to buy whatever that is coming from outside to bring in the country. It's not made in Tanzania, but this is made in Tanzania. And it can help, within the country and even neighboring countries as well. That means Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Sudan, and whatever. The neighboring country can actually travel with these small, I'll call them small planes. Sky Leader. It has actually only 2 seats. Kudos to Tanzania for the move, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are doing incredible job. Kudos to Tanzania. And these are kind of ways, these are kind of moves we should always make moving forward. All right. But in the same news, guys, can you imagine? The same news, we have good news and bad news. And that's how it is. Right, I just spoken about the bad news. Now I'm speaking about good news. Maybe for other people, all of this could be good news. But for me personally, I say no to $90 extra. And I need to find out about this. Because if it is for local as well, oh man, that means they are restricting the local people to actually travel abroad, which is really bad. If it is for international as well, it's bad as well, because I wish more foreigners will come here to visit the beauty of Africa, the beauty of Tanzania, to see it, whatever, to invest, so that our countries can continue to grow and our people can continue to benefit from what is happening in the country, within the country. So, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about these 2 news? And what are your thoughts, guys, on $90 and this Sky Leader? Please let us know in the comment section. Not forget to subscribe. Not forget to like. Sign Petition One Africa right now, because that's why we need. All the links are in the description. I'll see you in the next one. This is the journey to One Africa.